You know the moment where you just ate and somehow your brain is already back in the pantry? You're standing there thinking, what is wrong with me? Why am I hungry again? Why does it feel like other people can eat normally and I can't? I used to think it meant I had no discipline. It turns out a lot of us were accidentally creating a blood sugar crash before 10 in the morning and then blaming ourselves for the biological response that came after it. Hi, I'm Dawn, and this is Beyond Optimal. And I want to explain something that honestly changed the way I looked at hunger forever. It's not a willpower problem. It's not even really a food problem. A lot of the time, it's a blood sugar problem. And once you understand what's actually happening in your body, you're never going to look at your cravings the same way again. Here's what's happening. You eat a bagel for breakfast, or a bowl of cereal, or toast, or oatmeal, and a couple hours later, you're not just a little hungry. You're distracted. You're irritated, opening cabinets even though you just ate, thinking about your next meal while you're still finishing current one. And then comes the shame spiral. I need more discipline. I need more control. Why am I like this? When you eat carbs alone, no fat, no protein, just the carb by itself, your blood sugar spikes fast, and your body dumps insulin to bring it back down. And sometimes it overshoots. Your blood sugar crashes below where it started. And the moment that it happens, your body sends a signal, an urgent, non-negotiable signal. Feed me, now, more carbs, bring it back up. And you listen, not because you're weak, because that signal isn't coming from your willpower. It's coming from your biology. Spike, crash, signal, repeat. That's the loop you've been living in. And every time you respond to that signal with another naked carb, you start the whole cycle over again. And here's what kills me. That standard advice makes it so much worse. Eat whole grains, they say. Choose complex carbs. Low fat, watch your portions. But a whole grain bagel eaten alone still spikes your blood sugar. A bowl of oatmeal with nothing else still crashes. Brown rice by itself still sends you searching for something an hour later. Meanwhile, people were eating fat-free yogurt with granola, plain oatmeal, dry cereal, toast by itself, fruit alone, and then wondering why they were hungry all day long. Because their body was responding to unstable blood sugar signals. You cannot willpower your way out of a biological signal. When your blood sugar swings hard all day long, your body reacts. Your cravings get louder. Your focus drops. Your energy becomes unstable. Your mood shifts. You start thinking about food constantly. And eventually, you start building an identity around it. I'm addicted to food. I have no self-control. I'm always hungry. I can never stay on track. But you were never broken. As much as I hate that phrase, I'm going to say it. You were never broken. You were just stuck in a psychological loop that nobody taught you how to recognize. So here's a shift that changes everything. Stop eating naked carbs. That's it. You don't need to go keto. You don't need to cut out carbs completely. You just need to stop sending carbs into your body with nothing to slow them down. Fat slows digestion. Protein slows digestion. Which means instead of a huge spike and crash, you get a steadier curve. More stable energy. More stable hunger. More stable signals. Let me make this real. A bagel alone. Spike, crash, starving by 10. A bagel with butter, an egg, fat, protein, a carb together. Your blood sugar rises slowly. Hold steady, no crash. Completely different response. Fruit alone. Quick spike, quick crash. Fruit with almond butter or cheese, steady all morning. Crackers by themselves. Hungry again in 20 minutes. Crackers with real cheese and perhaps a salami or pepperoni. And you're satisfied. Your body got what it needed. And once you start seeing the pattern, you can't unsee it. Because suddenly you realize, wait, this is what other people feel like. This is what it feels like to eat breakfast and not immediately start thinking about lunch. This is what it feels like when food stops screaming at you every 40 minutes. This is what stable energy actually feels like. Not magic, not motivation, not willpower. Just biology getting a more stable signal. Because here's the truth. Your body was never failing you. It was responding exactly the way bodies respond to unstable signals. Nobody taught you how to read them. When nobody explains the mechanism, you assume the problem is your personality. That's the part that bothers me most. Because for years people were told, try harder, eat less, have more discipline. So tomorrow morning, try something simple. Whatever carb you normally eat for breakfast, pair it with a fat or protein, eggs, butter, real cheese, nuts, almond butter, something, and then actually pay attention. Are you calmer, more focused, less obsessed with food an hour later? That's not suddenly becoming disciplined. That's your biology finally getting a stable signal. That's your nervous system learning what regulated actually feels like. Your body wasn't broken. It was wired to respond to unstable signals. And now you know how to change the signal. If you want to go deeper and start decoding the patterns keeping you stuck, not just with food, but with energy, cravings, focus, all of it, head to the Pattern Analyzer on Beyond Optimal. See you in the next one.